to tell it to all of your friends at once. An old lady like me has to save her voice, you know. Oh, you still want to talk with me? How incredibly sweet of you. Say, you'll never guess who I saw today. Captain Scarlet. She was robbing my retirement home with a few other brigands, and I recognized her for her wanted poster, and I said, "Oh, hey, you fought the Vault Hunter, didn't you?" And she bowed all elegantly and said something like, "Indeed I did, madam," and said that you were really good at fighting, and that you beat her fair and square. She didn't seem to harbor much of a grudge about it. Nice girl. You should think about meeting up with her again if you're not shacked up with anybody, you know? I mean, of course, you probably are. Gorgeous hunk of a Vault Hunter like you. I bet you're beating away suitors left and right. Look, you're blushing. Oh, I could just eat you up. Mr. Torg was so scared of trying to get a date for such a long time. He used to go to parties in high school and just stand in the back without talking to anybody.
I am an introvert!
I tried to tell him, I said, don't worry about chasing love. If you chase your dreams, then love will follow. See, that's the thing people don't get. You watch Echo films and they're just awful. They teach you that the only way to be with someone is just to pursue them over and over until they decide they like you. In reality, you know when you like someone almost immediately. You can't really convince somebody to fall in love with you. You just look like a stalker. But if you do things that you're interested in, like making guns that explode or killing mercenaries, then people will see that confidence and skill you have, and they'll be attracted to it. But there's always a fine line between that kind of confidence and narcissism, you know? There's nothing worse than somebody who wants to be famous. I remember when Mr. Torg first sold his weapons tech to that board of directors, he was pretty egocentric for a while. Taking pictures of himself and posting them to the EchoNet all the time. Trying to hobnob with every celebrity that used his weapons. He came back home one day with a supermodel under each arm, and I said, "Mr. Torg, what are you doing? You've lost sight of who you are. It's been weeks since you actually created a new gun," I said. And it was true. He'd been more obsessed with being well-known
27 years of training just so I could stand here and stare at nothing.
Doing something great.
It was a dark point in my life.
Thankfully, High Five listened to me and got to work on what would eventually become the Kerblaster. You a fan of the Kerblaster? That was always my favorite. That and the Flacker, which I know a lot of people hate. But there's more to combat than just brute efficiency in this old lady's eyes. Style counts for something. And there's nothing quite like filling the air with tiny little explosions. It's like a fireworks show, except the deaths aren't as sad and unexpected. Actually, that reminds me, now that you're here, I wanted to throw some ideas at you for feedback. I'm a playwright in my spare time, and I'm trying to write a story about an up-and-coming tournament fighter who tries to find love in a gladiatorial arena. And I figure you've got a lot of experience, so your feedback could really be valuable. So the play is called Broken Hearts and Broken Necks. Scene 1. Fade in on an arena, just after a battle. Body parts litter the stage. A lone warrior stands in the middle of the stage, a spotlight illuminating her blood-stained armor. She's holding her sword triumphantly aloft. Valkyrie. Is there no warrior who can challenge me? Must I be destined to spend my life as the strongest, the bravest, the most invincible warrior this galaxy has seen? For I am Valkyrie, scourge of the gladiatorial games! Excellent, Valkyrie, as she shakes her head in despair. From stage left, enter Mildred, a janitor with a heavy heart and an even heavier conscience. He begins sweeping the body parts into a bin, which is colored green, and remember that because that's a symbol of the color that will come over, until melancholy overtakes him. He drops his bush probe to the floor.
Through meditation, I see everything. Eternity, the whole of existence. And right now, it is boring the hell out of me.
Blood cannot be washed away. Not before and not now. Even as I attempt to escape the past which haunts me still. Must I live forever as a fraud, sweeping up the trash of others to hide my shame and avoid my pursuers? Must I forever remain on the periphery of joyful combat, ever watchful but never participating? matter of us, Valkyrie re-enters on stage. Good morrow, lowly janitor. I heard a noise and thought it worth investigating. Oh, great Valkyrie. 'Twas nothing but the wails of those souls you released from their bodies tonight.
Nipple salads!
Souls that wail in agony as they fly upward.
Nipple salads!
Fools! What have they to wail about? Their agonies are over, ended at the point of my sword. Mine, however, have only yet begun. For it is lonely at the top, and an unchallenged life is a boring one. No doubt, as I know. If only I were able to tell her my true identity, I would give her a fight she would not soon forget. Back to them. Yes, ma'am, boredom is the true tragedy. May you one day find challenge in combat. Stupid, no doubt picks up a giant two-armed bastard sword with almost no effort. Valkyrie, listen. What is this? Actually, stage left. Valkyrie. What strength this janitor possessed? Who is he to pick up a bastard sword with two fingers? What hidden power does he hold? What secrets does he keep? I will endeavor to uncover his past, in the hopes that our swords may cross in battle! Scene 2. The interior of the governor's house. The table is set with myriad teas and biscuits. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even ask you for the feedback on the first scene. Did you like it? Oh, wonderful. I'll continue. Scene 2. The governess enters from stage left. Governess. I refuse to respond to these absurd accusations. Her husband looks at her quizzically. Governor. And what accusations may those be? Governess. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm ready to get feedback on the play yet. But what about you? What are you up to? Tell Grandma Flexington all about it. I bet you've had some amazing adventures. Mr. Torg told me about the time you all played bunkers and badasses together. He said it was one of the most fun and welcoming experiences of his life.
Grandpa! You're embarrassing me!
Sorry, sweetie, but really, you and the Vault Hunters are his first real pals. It wasn't easy for Mr. Torg to make friends at school when he had facial hair at age 8, pecs at 8.5, and dead parents by age 9. People found him intimidating. But I told him that he should be thankful for the fact that he looks different. Anyone who wouldn't be friends with you based on appearance wouldn't be a very good friend anyway. But he really does like hanging out with all of you. Most people these days want Torg to pose for pictures or blow something up by flexing at it. It's not often he gets to sit down and play games with people. Oh, speaking of games, did you play Going Back to the House yet? It's a new echo simulation about exploring a log cabin you lived in when you were a kid. There's no violence or anything. You just walk around looking at cereal boxes and remembering people you made out with. I really like where Echo Sims have gone in the past few years, don't you? There seem to be a lot more of them with interesting things to do beyond shooting people. And the writing has gotten so tight and concise. For instance, did you ever play The Samurai's Marker? The whole game's story was delivered through haiku. Did Zero write it or something? No, I'm just joshing. I know you're too busy for that. But oh yeah, I was playing at the end of the pointed gun last night on my Echo Sim player, and wow, is that funny. It's about a guy who punches people and smacks himself in the face with doors. Easily one of the best punch-related comedy sims ever. But oh, I'm really looking forward to this game called Robot Hunter Assault Squadron, which is this big randomized survival game about throwing bottles at trees and accidentally scaring birds. In the demo version, I scared a bird so hard it died. 10 out of 10 in my book. But what kind of things do you do for fun? You play any sports? You look like you might be into some of the more extreme stuff, like spine hurdling or psycho head volleyball. I knew an athlete a lot like you when I was younger. Her name was Nijo, and she was especially gifted at the Giblin toss. That's an old pastime we had back when I was younger. Idea was you punch a convict, and then see how far you could make their viscera fly across a big field. You got points based on distance and the size of the viscera. She won the final round of the Giblet Toss Championship by getting a left eyeball to cross the 300-meter mark. They said she was juicing with Iridium, but I think they were just angry that she dethroned the reigning champ, misogynistic Jeff. People really liked him for some reason. Hey, what's your favorite food? Mine's burgers, personally. People look at you like you're a pleb or something when you say you like burgers, but just think of all the things you can do with them. You can change out the patty, play around with the toppings, change what size
to this planet
you
to
ever have
fight,
a burger with veggie
not
chips?
to wait.
Gosh, I all but forgot about fries for about a year after I discovered the veggie chip combo. And I'm not a vegetarian or anything, but those veggie patties they make on the more upper-class worlds are crazy good. Better than real meat if you cook it right. Mr. Todd tried to be vegetarian once after he saw a fluff bear get run over by a truck. How long do you last again?
12 seconds!
Barely even finished the word vegetarian before he lunged at a skag chew I was holding in my left hand. Nearly lost a finger. Granted, he's always been partial to skag chews or skag bacon. Don't know why, since I always felt like skags tasted like old tires and vomit. But to each his own. Taste is a funny thing. People say your taste buds get more refined as time goes on, but they actually get worse and worse. So when Mr. Torg used to refuse vegetables as a kid, it's because he was actually tasting how awful they were. When we old folks eat vegetables, we're only okay with it because we can't taste all the gross vitamins and stuff. Granted, vitamins are what have kept me going for as long as I've been going. You get enough B12 in your system and you can handle a freight train without so much as a bruise. That reminds me, I need to get my pills ready for the rest of the week. I have one of those little metal containers split into different sections for each day. It's really helpful. And the sides are sharp enough that I can use it to ward off burglars if I need to. What else do I have to do this week? Probably head to the bazaar, pick up some frozen spider and flanks. Gotta bring my coat, though, because it gets kind of chilly in the freezer section. What else do I need? Oh, I need Schwartzman's candy drops. Gosh, those are delicious.
This is the end.
Smooth and sweet. Just thinking about
The screaming and the teeth, it will start again and again and again, forever.
Got it! Just look at him!
Please stop.
Friendship is pain.
That's a Schwartzman candy drop. Grab it for me, will ya? Oh, I can taste it already.
Explosives out!
Oh, wonderful. Bring it back here and I'll finish my story.
Trading places. Death to live!
Thank you so much! I'll eat this later while sitting by the fireplace telling Mr. Torg stories of days gone by. There's just nothing like a good roaring fireplace, is there? Something healing and safe. Maybe that's why our family likes explosions so much. They're basically just big fireplaces. Every explosion feels just like coming home. Oh, maybe that'd be a good slogan for the Torg Corporation. Don't you think, High Five? Oh, don't be silly. It's a wonderful slogan and you know it. I used to come up with slogans for a living when I was in my teens. I came up with the jingle for Professor Gunsight's Can't Miss Scopes. How'd it go again? Oh, yeah. If you try to shoot but you miss a lot, then give Professor Gunsight Scopes a shot. Ha! And then they played a gunshot sound effect and someone going, ah. It was cute. But gosh, I've been talking for a while now, haven't I? Thanks for bringing your friends to listen to an old woman ramble for a while. I can't tell you how great it is to have somebody new to talk to, especially a Vault Hunter. Oh, and one more thing. No, actually, that could probably make just something about vaults and the end of the universe. Anyway, here. I always spoil my friends, just like I spoiled my grandson. Enjoy it! Conversation! Ow!
Remember that time we all played bunkers and badasses together? I will treasure that moment forever! Friendship is awesome! Remember that time we all played bunkers and badasses together? I will treasure that moment forever!
Hey there, Vault Hunter. I'm nearby. Find me.
Tell your friends, Marcus Munitions. Next time you're bleeding to death, just think, Doctor said.
Oh, how sweet. Love is in the air. Oh, that's probably not an omen or anything.
real sharp.
Over here, sweetness.
Ellie and I have waged war on the Zafford and Hodunk bandit clans for years now, but it's time for peace. Let's go talk to the preacher I hired. Where is he? Oh, there he is.
What a rough landing. Thankfully, I like it rough.
Tell him my plan, Innuendo Bot.
2 star-crossed lovers, one from each clan, wish to be married. We will ensure their pairing and bring peace to both clans. My hat looks like a penis.
Noted. Anyway, Walter, the lovers are nearby. Follow me. I need you to protect the bride and groom so this wedding goes off without a hitch. If we do this right, we'll end the clan war for good.
Hey, Moxie! I heard you're trying to get the clans to team up. You're making a mistake. If the clans unite, they'll just get even more powerful and take us all out. You gotta kill them.
Violence won't solve this, Elle. We tried your explosive climax, but now it's time for my gentler touch. Oh, the storm stopped. How about that? Maybe love really is in the air. Good luck.
And stay down. Interesting reaction.
Piss off, chump. I hate vault hunters, but I'm conserving my energy to knock the tar out of Colin.
Oh, great. I guess there's trouble in paradise, but we still need him to get married if the clans are gonna end the war.
You can always just kill him.
Thankfully, I know an old love potion recipe. We'll need something new, something old, something borrowed, and something gold.
Ooh, I just found something that'll take care of half of them ingredients. Vault Hunter had 2, these coordinates. Booyah!
Shut up, Bridget. If you love me as much as you love flapping that jaw, we'd be turbo married by now. Now piss off, Vault Hunter.
You make me wanna puke!
Puke sounds awful appetizing after looking at your dumb face for the last couple of days.
You say that to me one more time and I'll rip out your spinal cord!
Whatever you say.
Get the fat ass!
Stop talking to me!
money, right? And he's not yours, so if you take him for a little while, he's borrowed. Huh? Huh?
You're suggesting we throw a stolen baby into a potion.
What? No, we ain't gonna hurt him. Just kidnap him.
I see meat
Sounds like the Hodunks got angry. Better take them out.
Yes, kill the Hodunk villagers who are trying to protect the baby you just stole.
Such beautiful misery.
One less badass.
Alright, that's done. What else does this potion need again?
Something old. You know, there might be some aged whiskey in the distillery, Vault Hunter. Head there now. Looks like the distillery's shut up tighter than an abstinence advocate at an orgy. But one of those poor slave bots got locked out too. Maybe talk to him?
Woe is me. My beloved girlfriend bot slaves away inside the distillery, and I cannot save her due to my pre-programmed self-esteem issues.
That loader should be strong enough to bust open the doors. Why don't you give him some words of encouragement?
She's waiting for a suckle at the teat of explosion chivalry!
You know what? You're right. Let's go save my girlfriend. Engaging chivalry protocols.
Why is everybody
Hurt the one you love. Do it! Swing the axe. Drink the health.
Where are you? My lack of... Just hold on, Stella. Your rescue bot is on his way. I'm alone again.
on my head! Yeah. Yeah. I can't hear you!
Junkbot! Oh, how I've missed you!
Oh, Stella! I've noticed that beautiful blonde hair anywhere.
That's a lot of whiskey. You've got to find the high-quality old stuff. You'd better put your lips around a few until you find the right barrel.
Ugh. That was not for me.
Oh, that didn't sound good. Let's try another.
Bit better, but not great.
If you can still see straight, you haven't found the good stuff. Keep sipping.
Mother's milk!
That's the stuff. Grab some of that whiskey and we'll get to the next ingredient. Alright, we've got new, old, and borrowed. You'll need to find some gold. There's gotta be some around here. The Zaffords are as greedy as they come. Huh. Dead end. You'll have to find a way through.
Allow me, Vault Hunter. It's the least I can do to repay you.
There. Your nearest stash of gold coins. Grab a few and you'll have everything you need for the potion.
The Zaffords are really protective of their cash. Gold's probably booby-trapped or something.
A tough decision.
Made out of solid gold.
Come to me, rat sponge!
Explosives!
Don't stop! Death burst! I wanna die here! Me!
what we need. You should be able to mix the love potion right there. First, add the gold. Looking good. Now, the whiskey for something old.
Now toss in the baby. Ellie! I'm kidding. Don't toss the baby. Just hold it over the mixer and make it cry.
Oh, your parents are dead. So dead.
Awesome. The baby's crying.
Seriously? This right here? This is not something good guys do.
YOLO!
Never say that again. Sounds like the love potion's mixing as we speak. Hey, with all this talk of marriage, I'm curious. Was there ever a Mr. or Mrs. Vault Hunter in your life?
You're the tiny one, and the sad-faced mother, and the blue tattoo forever and ever. No.
That's looking lovely. Now, just turn on the machinery to distill it. Like the potion's done. Grab it.
All right, better deliver that silly-ass potion and do the dumb marriage.
And give the baby back.
Yeah, and whatever. Do the thing.
What did I tell you?
That was messy.
Wait, what's the whole recipe again?
Something new, something old, something borrowed, and something gold. I'm pretty sure that's it.
You sure? Ain't it something blue?
What? Blue doesn't rhyme with gold?
I like that.
thinking? I'll take you all with me!
One less badass.
You'll never catch me, you son of a bitch! I'd spot you some dough, but I'm a little short. Exit, stage left. Now for the Zafford goodbye.
Thank you. We've moved the wedding into the fresh air. Just put the potion in the punch bowl and we'll get started.
We wouldn't be in this situation.
You came. How wonderful. The bride and groom quiver with anticipation. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to...
Screw all of ya!
You matchmaking scrubs can all go right to hell, especially that traitorous dumbass bag of boobs, Moxie!
Son of a... No, we're here for peace. Just put the potion into the ceremonial punch bowl.
I ain't gonna drink that!
Of course you wouldn't, you coward.
The hell I am! Ha! Who's yelling now?
I ain't letting no ho-dunk princess outdrink me! Hell no!
Say, you look pretty good all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah. I'm all flustered. Oh, we can't kiss with these helmets on.
Yeah, let's take 'em off. Love ain't no fun with protection.
No.
Blood on the dirt. Explosions of Never stop the killing! Never!
Well, I couldn't have messed that up worse. The bride and groom are dead. The clans are still at war. And I'd kinda shot our whole let's start acting like good guys plan in the foot.
Told you the recipe called for something blue.
You killed the newlyweds! You monsters! You're bleeding right. From here on out, the Safford clan declares a blood war on Moxie and the Vault Hunters. And the whole dumpster with you!
Oh, hey, I guess we did sort of unite the clans, even if it's just so they can kill us. I'll call that a win.
Hey, remember that time we stole a baby?
Vault Hunter, come back whenever. Trying really hard to find a moral to the story other than violence is good, but, it's not coming.
Sexy things are overrated. It is time for love! You will collect romantic gifts while I put words of romance into an echo recorder. First, fetch me a cigar. The Hodunk bridesmaids may have some. Once Moxie programmed me to speak only in double entendre. Now I have learned to speak from my heart.
Oh, come on.
Great.
That shiftless Vault Hunter stealing our smokes!
Talking to me! Such beautiful misery!
Break your back!
My old self would have made a phallic innuendo when you grabbed the cigar. But my lovelorn heart knows only sorrow. Now collect a blonde wig. You may find one in the Safford distillery. Confession. When I look at Moxie, I feel a sharp pain in my hypothetical stomach. Though she is my mother, I feel an intense love for her. Is this normal?
Don't ask me to show you normal!
Oh, hey, Vault Hunter. What's up?
Junkbot. Stella, could I borrow that wig?
Oh, I'm sorry, but this wig is wired into my friend or foe subroutines. If I were to remove it, I'd go insane and probably die.
I still need it for this quest, though.
Adequately done. Now find the final romantic gift, Grease. The Zafford groomsmen have stockpiled some for a wedding night rite of passage. Love is the glue which holds existence together.
Oh, I see what's going on. Innuendobot nabbed a few romantic comedy vids off the EchoNet. They may have scrambled his AI.
I need to drown
Throwing
in
grenade!
the blood! Slather my pecs to a sheen and burn my eyes out with that brightness.
Stop them! They've got the secret man grease!
This grease will come in handy. Return to me so that I may create the romantic gift bundles. Initializer, negging.exe. Nice gun. I saw another vault hunter with one just like it. Did my compliment / insult and you loved me.
It succeeded in irritating me, if nothing else.
Don't cry when I pull your lungs out through your chest.
Get a romance bundle. Hold on, Mama.
I will neg the first subject. Prepare yourself for a compliment / insult the world has never seen.
Yes, I knew it.
You are pretty, but your hair looks like a drowning burn victim. Wear this wig and love me forever.
No.
Acknowledged. Take the second Valentine to Zafford, Nathaniel Lim, and we will woo him with pure bluntness. Here is a cigar, the universal sign for Freudian lust. Marry me immediately.
Ah, I'm good.
Understood. We must now attempt the nuclear option. Bring the last Valentine to Moxie, that I may pour out my heart and soul to her. Moxie, my love for you keeps my gears turning, just as sure as that can of smelly grease. Marry me.
Vault Hunter, go kill Innuendobot.
But why? I thought love was like a shield bar, to be whittled down by the bullets of persistence.
No, that's called stalking.
I am sorry. I know now that love cannot be forced. Complete your mission and end my heartbroken existence, Vault Hunter.
Oh, maybe leave him alone. Sounds like he's learned his lesson.
Fame, sadness.exe. Successful.
Never mind. Waste him. Well, that's that. I'll chunk his AI core and reprogram it from scratch. Come on back, Vault Hunter.
That's the last time I let him watch romantic comedies. Ugh.
It's a fine day, full of opportunity. Nothing like a good sale. Good luck.
Salutations once again. Welcome to Wom Bomb Island, Pandora's #1 vacation resort. After Lilith and the others arrive, our Fertility Day Festival can begin. Come find me, will you?
Hey, killer. Go ahead and get the Fertility Fest started without us. Brick's still packing, and Mordecai's trying to shove his bird back into its cage.
Talon! Talon! If you get in the cage, I'll feed you a skaghead, eh?
Where's my tuxedo t-shirt? It's a t-shirt, but it looks like a tuxedo. I wear it for slow dancing.
Vault Hunter, I'll get back to you.
Let's just get this out of the way. Yes, most of my merchandise was ripped from the hands of dead adventurers.
Rampage time! I saw the light! How can I snap your neck if you don't have one? Well met. I've distilled some homemade liqueur. We shall party until the break of dawn, as they say. Let me get the door for you. Using rocket tracking. Say, did you know that this island is
Set to house a former enemy of Brick, Mordecai, and Lilith's? It's enough to... Oh, dear!
Guys? Something just took Hammerlock.
So, I can stop packing then?
Mordecai, any ideas?
Maybe. Look around. Did Hammerlock leave anything behind? Anything with his scent on it?
mustache man's feel-good juice.
Perfect. All right, you gotta get that booze to a Varkid egg. First, find an injector. Good. Now inject Hammerlock's booze into a Varkid pot. It'll track the scent for you.
Using a Varkid to track smells? You sure that'll work?
No question. Blood did it, and I'm teaching Talon now. In a couple weeks, he'll be able to track you and Lil anywhere.
Wait, you're teaching Talon to track us?
Yeah. Borrow some of your old shirts you don't use anymore, tear them up, give them to Talon so he can track the scent. That breaks weird tuxedo t-shirt.
That was my dressy clothes!
All right, now inject some of Hammerlock's booze into the egg. The hatches, it'll lead you right to Hammerlock.
Damn! Just bored and already blitzed out of its mind.
That Varkid's living the dream.
Make sure to follow it. See where it leads you.
Oh, I haven't seen Talon since his feathers grew in. Oh my god, he is so cute!
He's not cute, he's a badass. But yeah, be gentle. I think he likes you.
Aw, are you sure? Because he is fighting pretty hard. Ow, 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 ow! Ooh, he's drawing blood.
Oh, crap. I'll get him off.
No, he's too cute. Ow. I love him.
Damn, girl, you weird as hell.
It appears I'm being dragged through a series of tunnels by some monstrously large beast. Rescue would be appreciated, but certainly isn't mandatory. Circle of life, all that.
I think you injected him with too much Hammerlock juice. Probably why he went crazy. Might want to go a little easier on the dosage next time. You gotta find another Varkid and inject him with some more of Hammerlock's scent.
Follow that thing and it ought to lead you to Hammerlock. Let's not keep Hammerlock waiting, all right?
Looks like it crawled into that tunnel thing. See if you can find a way to follow him.
That's definitely a transit tunnel, but it's powered down. Maybe check out the water wheel they got. If you get that running, it'll turn on the power.
Hey, guys, where's Mordecai's rack ale? I can't find...
I threw him out.
What? You quit drinking.
Yeah, can't raise Talon when I'm half in the bag, you know?
Aw, that is so cute. You put the need of little Talon before your... Ow! He's biting me again. Ow, 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 ow.
Talon, bad.
What you want, buttheads? Eat a beer bottle. If you want access to Crazy Earl's crazy water wheel, you better wet my beak and deal with some pirates that have been saying mean crap to me. That one insulted my mustache. Nobody insults Crazy Earl's crazy mustache.
Them pirates started talking smack after I tried to cuddle with one. But whatever, Crazy Earl's all about cuddling. Alright, that's enough. Get your old stinky ass back here and I'll let you into the crazy water wheel.
Come back.
Powered up the transit tunnel. Just head through there and you should be able to reach your booze-sniffing varkid on the other island.
I miss you!
I just realized, you ever watch those like animated Echo series about dudes with swords? They always eventually do an episode where they just go to the beach and hang out. This is like our beach party episode, isn't that? I mean, isn't that cool?
No, it is not.
Update, I'm being tied up by the psycho villagers of the Isles. You won't believe it, but I'm to be sacrificed to the son of Cromorex.
What? I have no son! Oh, right, you never met Cromorex. He was a big-ass crab worm we fought up against General Knox.
Man, we killed him so many times. Goodness.
Explosions of life!
If you wouldn't mind hurrying, Vault Hunter, I believe these savages are attempting to summon the son of Cromorax as I speak.
Hey, man, don't call me a savage.
Oh, you speak English? I thought...
I graduated from Eden 4 Megaversity with honors. Check your privilege, dick.
Looks like the dosage might have still been too high. I don't know. Honestly, just making this part up as I go. Alright, Market should be somewhere on this island. Just find it and it'll lead you to whatever the hell took Hammerlock. Ah, damn. You better find another way across.
Enough. Bye now. Stop.
Looks like a big one.